Okay, so basically the one that we were going to look at, this abandoned cemetery, but it was in the middle of nowhere, and let's just say that it was a private property and there was no way that we could get back there. But this place that we're at now is also known for its historic, and it means a lot to me to be here right now because, you know, it's amazing because a lot of these stones are very old. Like this one, February 5th, 88 to November 28th of 31. This is General Walls. So, it's an older one. There's a couple new stuff here, but a lot of these are very old. Very, very old. Let's see what this one says. I mean, this is so old, it doesn't even have a name or anything on it anymore. I'm gonna go through here. Through here is like the very old cemetery. Nobody gets buried in this right in here anymore. I walk through a spider web, don't mind me. I'm not a big whiny about spiders, but this is very sad. These ones say unknown. Means that they found these bodies somewhere and they don't know who these people are. There's 3 of them in a row. Let's say unknown. Like I said, this was back long ago. These ones say unknown on them. You walk through there, I already walked through a spider web, so don't worry about it. You ain't gonna walk through another one. But these 3 say unknown. This is a very old cemetery. These also say unknown. And this is basically like an abandoned cemetery. Nobody goes to this one anymore or gets buried here. So these were from long ago. There's 5 unknown, as they say unknown. So that means that they either were murdered and they couldn't figure out who the families were, or something happened because they all got unknown for their tombstone, meaning they don't know who the person is. So it's pretty sad to see stuff like that, but it does happen. But back in those days, they didn't have, the kind of stuff that we do nowadays where they can see who the person is, DNA tests and things like that. So back in those days, it was very hard to see some stuff like that. Here's one here from 1859. Wow. 1859.
Oh,
Sacred.
that's the thingy, the symbol.
For what? Has some kind of symbol on it, and it says sacred. But this one was 1859. Hey, these ones say unknown on them. These are very old ones. I got my family with me because, they like exploring too. Here's some in here. I'm not sure on what this is, but it's in some type of gate. Doesn't look like people keep up on this stuff anymore. Doesn't look like at all. I would walk through there, but there's spiders. We'll go around to the other side, but these are very old ones. These ones over here where you guys are walking, those tombstones say unknown. This guy was buried in 1859.
This is the symbol.
The symbol that is currently on there, does it say like what it is?
It's that one. Maybe I'll look it up.
It doesn't have a G though on there.
Doesn't have
That
to.
one does, but those over there that are down on the ground say unknown. So that means that back in the days, they didn't have DNA back then, you know, to check it and stuff. So they could have been murdered or killed. These ones over here, it looks like these ones with the rocks, they couldn't afford maybe a gravestone or something. Ticket. This guy, his name is James Burnett. He was a father, it says on top. He died April 13th, 1894.
You're standing on about it. Show some respect.
Well, they don't bury nobody in this one no more. So I don't know.
These are open spots.
Maybe, or some kids probably came in here and vandalized, because they do a lot of that stuff. Over here is what I'm really like. No, they don't look like they upkeep anything over here very much. Yeah. This is a whole entire family. They're a Boston family. This is a whole entire family. Hampton, Boston, that was in 83.
These are all old.
Yeah, 1969. This is a whole entire family.
These people died when I was 7.
This person died a year before I was born.
That one's 92.
91.
Wow.
Let me see here. This is what one I'm really like. This is like stuck out to me. These are very old. I'm not sure. Yeah, I know there's a lot. This person has this symbol on it. This guy was a Confederate States Army. You know, this is very old. That's very old as well. It's really sad.
Look at, that's the second one I've seen of a husband and wife that 1 year later one of them died. And the other one died.
Yeah, they do say that once. They do say, I've heard a lot of things saying, like if a husband and wife are together, and if the husband and wife die, like if the husband dies, or if the wife dies first, not even a year later, usually the husband or the wife dies next. So it's really sad. It's very sad. I think this is more like of the newer, some of the newer stuff, but these are pretty old too. This one right here is a very beautiful one, even though it's so old. This is so old. I mean, he was born in 1901, and this is still stand tall. And then you got some of these tombstones over here, gravestones and stuff. It's very amazing because, like, you know, people forget about these kind of places. Like, they forget that, like, their great-great-grandfathers or great-great-grandmothers or great-great-aunts and uncles. And it's crazy because, like, these are people's families, but they get forgotten. And nobody remembers or thinks about that their families here, you know. And I mean, this is just amazing. Like, this person died in 1897, 1891. These ones you can't really see, I don't think, because they're so corroded and messed up. Can't really tell what's on this one either. This one looks like 1894. And they don't even keep these places up. You know, they don't clean it. I mean, look at this. They don't even bother to clean these people that have been here for hundreds of years. They don't bother. cleaning it and making sure that, you know, it's upkept. But it's amazing, you know, it's amazing that I am able to experience something like this, because usually most of the time I don't really like going to cemeteries, because cemeteries are very sad, but then when you think about it, most of these people are at peace. I do believe in spirit world. I do believe that there's spirits, and I do believe that some of them don't cross over. And I don't like coming to cemeteries because of that exact reason. But here's some more older ones. I try not to, oh, forgive me, I accidentally almost went over that, but 1940, Catherine Spencer, daughter of Arthur and Pearl Spencer, and then this is the son. So this is brother and sister next to each other. So he died first, December 25th in 1938, and then she died 2 years later. Look at, there's a brother and sister next to each other. The brother died first, and 2 years later, the sister died. And then you got these little ones, and here's some more Spencers. So this is the whole Spencer family. This is the whole Spencer family. This is all Spencers. This is a whole family of Spencers. Spencer, 1922. It's just crazy. And it looks like also, it says baby son of Arthur and Pearl Spencer, January 17th, 1923. Now those, the ones that I just spoke to you about that died 2 years apart from each other, this was the baby of them. It looks like Arthur and Pearl had lots of children. Lots of children. Here's some more Spencers back here. And this one, she was born, she died June 25th of 1924, and her tombstone is still laid here. But to see that nobody claims none of this stuff for these people, it kind of makes me sad, you know, because they should never be forgotten. All right, so we ended up coming on to the other side, and I get I just kind of got a really weird feeling walking over here. These ones are really old, like really old. Now, when I read it online, I heard that this was a historic black cemetery. So I'm not sure if all of these are, you know, African American people, but if so, I mean, it's really sad that none of this stuff got upkeep. This one has a little lamb on it. I got a really weird feeling when I walked over here. But here's some more. These ones are pretty old. 1890. This one's 1890. 1887 to 1913. 1929. 1968. There's some more over here. Some of them look newer, some of them look older. This was 1945. And let's see. So far, the only thing that really stood out to me the most was like the unknown gravestones. Like, it really bothers me to know that nobody knows who those people were. Like, you don't know if they died or if they were murdered. Like, of course they died. You don't know if they were murdered though, or what happened to them. You know, you don't have no clue. The family has no clue. Like, you know, sometimes you see those missing persons, like, papers up everywhere. I mean, you'll never know. Like, back in those days, they didn't know who they were. So, it's really sad. Too bad they couldn't, you know, bury them up and test to see who those people were. But That's what stuck out to me the most so far. And then over on that other side is like the newer stuff way over there. This is the side where all the like the older ones are that people don't get buried over here no more. They don't get visited. They don't get flowers put on their graves, things like that. So this right here is the abandoned cemetery. One of them at least. There's a few of them that are all over Florida, but this one was pretty close to me, so I decided just to head out here and check it out. But we're gonna start traveling to some places to find some more abandoned things and some ghost towns. We got some more coming. We haven't figured out where the next place is gonna be, but there's a couple of places that are from where I used to live. There's a ghost town. There's like a church. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's like a church where the settlers came in at. So we've got some more stuff coming, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video and if you're wanting to see more, like, subscribe, share, let all your friends know. This is traveling with Kristen and Maria. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you guys have a good day. Bye. Bye.